for goal programming. So ano naman ang goal programming? So what's the difference with the integer programming and the goal programming? If you had noticed so far, we only have one goal. We only have one objective for the different programming or linear programming that we had discussed so far. But in reality, there are cases that there are goals, okay, so set by the company that we need to address as well. Okay, so in addressing those goals, there are some constraints. So merong mga usually mga pag sinabi natin constraints, so those are the absolute constraints. So that means we are bounded by those constraints, whether we like it or not. So we need to follow those constraints. So those are the absolute constraints. But there are cases na there are some goals, okay, so which are optional. Okay, so by considering those goals as constraints as well, so we can set those goals. So whether we'll be able to consider them or we're not going to consider them. Whether we're going to prioritize them, this goal over the other goal, that would be okay as well. So that is what we are referring in goal programming. So in goal programming, so we are considering goals that we need to set. Okay, so for us to be able to consider, okay, so those goals. So ngayon, in sorry, yung ginawa ko. Settings, single page. So the shortcoming of the mathematical programming techniques, so in such a case that there's only one goal, okay? So usually which is to maximize profit or minimize cost. Actually, ganun pa rin. The objective function will still be one. However, there are constraints that are optional, okay? So that we just need to consider. So it's okay if we consider those. It's okay if we are not, okay? But then, pero yung mga ano natin, yung mga absolute goals, those are tawag natin doon, those are non-negotiable. Okay, so we need to follow those. Uh, Example, this one. So we have Top Ads, so a new advertising agency, so with 10 employees, so has received a contract so to promote a product. So the agency can advertise by radio and television. And then the following table gives the number of people reached daily by each type of advertisement and the cost and labor requirements. So for exposure, so once you advertise at radio, so it will be exposed to 4,000 million people or persons in per minute. Pero mas malaki yung reach ng television. Yeah? So for every minute of advertisement, so it will be exposed to 8 million person. However, mas mahal, of course. So mas mahal yung sa dito, yung sa mm, television as compared to that of the radio. So sa radio, that will only be this is in thousand. So that means $8,000 uh, per minute of advertisement in radio. Pero sa TV, that will be $24,000 per minute. Ang mahal eh, no? So ngayon, and then for the advertising agency, okay, there will be one employee assigned per minute. Okay, so at radio, And then 2 employees naman assigned per minute. So for the television. And then, so it says that the contract prohibits, so top ad, so uh, from using more than 6 minutes of radio advertisement. So, ibig sabihin nito, contract. So, if it is contract, so that means that's an absolute. Okay, so that's an absolute constraint. So, we should not be able to produce an ad at radio advertisement so for more than 6 minutes. I remember dun sa KBP sa Philippines, so kapisanan ng broadcaster ng Pilipinas. So tama nga, okay? Di ba? If you're an ECE, so you'll remember that there are some limitations, okay? So with regards to the number of advertisements so that can be aired and so on and so forth. And then if possible radio, ito daw, if possible, okay? So ibig sabihin, these are not absolute. So those are just our goals. So pwede natin siyang ma-achieve. Okay? So pwede natin siyang hindi ma-achieve. So if possible, the possible radio and television advertisements need to reach at least 45 million people. And then, so meron din tayong, so top ad has a budget goal. So this one is a goal of $100,000. Okay, so for the project. So how many minutes of radio and television advertisement should top ad use? So set up the goal programming and then we are going to solve it. Okay, so for our so we're just going to set, no? So we're going to let X1 so to be the minutes. Radio advertisement. So ang X2 natin is the minutes of TV advertisement. So ayun, usually, so before I'm going to draw down yung tawag dito, the objective function, so I'll start with the constraints. So ano yung unang constraints natin? So sabi kanina, so the top ad, a new advertising agency with 10 employees. So they already have 10 employees. So therefore, we need to maximize yung 10 employees na yun. No? So we cannot go beyond that one. So therefore, that is considered as one of the absolute constraints. So that means it would take one employee, okay, signed employee per minute. Okay, so one employee per minute. Okay, so for radio and then 2 employees naman per minute for television. So if X1 corresponds to the minutes of radio advertisement, so therefore, so we need 1 or X1 plus 2 X2. And then it should be less than or equal to 10. Kasi those are the number of employees that we had there. Okay, so that is one. So we were able to address that one. Yung pangalawa, so will be this one. So top ad prohibits so from using more than 6 minutes. So ibig sabihin nun, so ang X1 natin, so which is an advertisement for the radio advertisement, so it should be less than or equal to 6. So ngayon, the other one, so the other goals are no longer uh, absolute, are no longer absolute. So that means we can achieve them or we cannot. So the first one, so we have for the exposure, so it would take, okay, so 4 million person per minute. Okay? Kaya lang, ang sabi niya kanina, so if possible, so radio and television advertisement need to reach at least, okay, so at least, so when we say at least, so that should be greater, at least. We have 4 and 8. So 4 x sub 1 plus 8 x sub 2. So ito, 4 million naman yun. And the other one would be 8 million. So it should be at least, so therefore it should be greater than or equal to 45 million people. So ito yung reach niya. So pag pinagsama mo daw yung sa radio advertisement, so and the television advertisement, so it should be more than 45 million. Okay? So that is our one goal. Okay? So that is one goal. The other goal, so top ad, so has a budget of 100,000. Okay, so 100,000. So for the project, uh, so pwedeng, okay, so budget yan, no? So you can use it or you cannot. So pero you are limited to 100,000. So since you are limited with 100,000, so ibig sabihin nun, ito yung cost kasi. So we have $8,000 per minute. So for the radio, so 8x sub 1 plus 24x sub 2. Then this one should be less than or equal to, ano sabi niya doon? 100,000. So ito kasi this is in 1,000. So therefore that would just be 100. So ngayon, in goal programming kasi, okay, so we have take note of this, no? Parang kamukha doon sa ano, if you still remember under the simplex method. So in simplex method, usually we do have the slack variable, no? As well as the surplus variable. So in slack variable, if it is less than or equal to, so meron tayong dinadagdag. Okay, so those are the resources that were not used. And then yung surplus naman, so those are the resources na are not available. Okay, but we use them. So the other one, the resources are there, but we did not use them. That's the slack variable. So ganun din dito. So actually, pwede nating i-convert. So itong mga goals natin, okay, so into an equation. Okay, so from inequalities, so we can transform them into equation. That is by introducing, so we have the 4x sub 1, so plus 8x sub 2. Kasi pag greater than or equal to yan, yeah, so pwede tayong, meron tayong tinatawag na, ito yung deviation variable natin. So meron tayong D1 minus, okay, so parang this is similar with that of the slack variable. And then we have then we subtract naman yung surplus natin, that is D1 plus. And then so we equate it to 45. So ito yung, kasi pag sinabi natin more than, okay, so greater than or equal to, so pwede siyang 45, pwede siyang more than 45. Okay? So yung plus D1 negative natin, so the plus D1 negative, so would represent as the slack. And then yung minus D1 positive natin, so that would represent as the surplus. So kaya nag-a-add tayo. Plus D1 negative minus D1 positive. So that is for the resources that are available that were not used, or those are not available and still used. And then the other one, so we have the less than or equal to. So ganun din. So we can convert this one into an equation. So 8x sub 1, so plus 24x sub 2. And then that would be, so this time we're going to make it D2. So D2 minus, then minus D2 plus. So that would be equal to 100. So ngayon, in this given case, okay, so we already have our constraints. So ngayon, so we can add more na yung x sub 1 natin, the x sub 2, and then meron tayong, ilan yan? Apat na additional variable. So the D1 minus, the D1 plus, the D2 minus, and the D2 plus. So should all be greater than or equal to 0. So those are our constraints. Okay, so those are our constraints. And then, so pwede rin, so that x1, okay, so we can set that one as integers as well. So pwede. The minutes. Okay. So kung usually kasi fixed rate ito, no? So pag sinabi mong ganito yung cost, okay, so for every minute, so the advertisement should be exactly 1 minute. Okay? So kaya we could write as well that x1 and x2 so should be integer as well. And then we are going to set our objective. Ito baligtad, no? So huli yung objective. Kasi this is ano no, we have yung first constraints natin, that is in terms of the labor constraints. Yung pangalawa naman in terms of the radio constraints. Yung pangatlo natin, that is the in terms of the exposure, no? Exposure. And then the last one would be the cost. So in goal programming, so what we are actually maximizing or minimizing are the deviation variable. It's either yung D1 negative or D1 positive or D2 negative and D2 positive. Okay, so that is what we are minimizing, or that is what we are, in this case, it's minimizing kasi it's in terms of the cost. So we want to minimize the cost. So therefore, ay ko-consider natin, ano bang i-minimize natin? Is it the D1 negative or the D1 positive? So depende yan, no? So it depends. So in this case kasi, for example, yung sa exposure constraints natin, so ang ibig sabihin nun, it should be greater than or equal to 45. Okay? So it should be greater than or equal to 45. If that is the case, pag sinabi natin kasi minimum yung 45, we can go beyond 45 pero hindi tayo pwedeng mag-below sa 45. And remember, doon sa pag sinabi natin kasing D1 positive, so that means yun yung more than 45. Okay, so it is above 45. So okay lang tayo doon. So ibig sabihin nun, kung above 45 tayo, that's just fine. So that is okay. yung D1 positive natin. Ang hindi okay dito is yung D1 negative. Okay, so yung D1 negative, we do not want that our D1, okay, so that our D1 should be more than 45. So kaya, ang kailangan natin dito is to minimize yung D1 negative natin. So we minimize the D1 negative. Ano pang i-minimize natin? The other one naman is baligtad siya. So we have 100. Okay, so to be the maximum, so okay lang na below tayong 100, hindi tayo pwedeng sumobra ng 100. So yung D2 negative, it's just fine. Okay? Kasi it would be less than 100. So what we do not want is mag-exceed tayo ng 100. And that deviation is represented by the D2 plus. So therefore, we are going to add D2 plus. And that is our objective this time. So we are going to minimize. Okay? So we are going to minimize the deviation negative 1 and the second deviation D2 positive. And that is how we do the goal programming. So again, in goal programming, so we look at the constraints. So we have to take a look at the absolute constraints. So absolute constraints, it's the same as the constraints that we are setting even before. Pero yung mga goals, okay? So goals kasi are negotiable. Okay? So in this case, ang goals natin are the exposure as well as the cost. Okay? So the cost and the exposure are the goals. So therefore, for goals, we are introducing, okay, so we are introducing the deviation positive and the deviation negative. So if the inequality is greater than or equal to, so ibig sabihin nun, that's the minimum, so we can go beyond. So okay lang yung D1 positive. Ang hindi ayaw natin or gusto nating ma-minimize, okay, so yung D1 negative. Okay, so that's why we are adding that one on our objective. So we are minimizing D1 negative. And at the same time, so for our cost constraints, so we have 100 to be the maximum. So yung D2 negative natin, which is below 100, that is just okay. So what we do not want would be the negative, or what we do not want would be the D2 positive. Kasi sumosobra siya ng 100. So that's why we need to minimize it. So all of the deviation variables that we need to minimize so should be included on our objective function. And then so let's try to solve this one. So using Excel solver. So by the way, in this case we have one objective function and then yung mga constraints natin. How many constraints that we have? So labor, radio, exposure, and then the cost. And then kung gusto nating i-force, yun nga, no? Kasi sabi kanina, fix daw yung mga number of advertisements, no? Or minutes of advertisement. So it should be integer. So X1 and X2 are binary constraints. So ilan ang constraints natin nun? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 constraints. So minimization, how many variables? So x1, x2, d1 minus, d1 plus, d2 minus, d2 plus. So there are 6. So 6 variables, 6 constraints, 1 objective, and then it is a minimization problem. Hmm. So we can use Excel QM. By the way, integer. Sorry, hindi pala sa binary, no? Integer siya, so it's just fine. In that case, integer programming. So number of constraints, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So apat na lang yung constraints natin. Kasi integer pala sila, hindi naman sila binary. Okay, so we minimize that one. And then our variables, so we have 6 variables. So for our first constraint, so we have the labor constraints. Second constraint would be the radio constraints. The third constraint is the exposure constraint. And lastly would be the cost constraints. And then let me insert. Ay, dito pala siya dinownload. Okay, so for our objective, so x1 and x2, so this one is b1 negative, b1 positive, this is b2 negative, and b2 positive. So for our objective function, so d1 negative should be 1, and then d2 positive should be 1. So for our labor constraint, so we have 1x1, 2x2, and it should be less than or equal to 10. Next, we have x1, so should be less than or equal to 6. Then for the exposure, so we have 4 and 8. And then we have plus d1, so this is 1, so minus d1 plus, and then it should be equal to 45. And then this is 8, 24, 1, negative 1, and this should be equal to and 100. So if we run the Excel solver, okay, tama. So from here, so how do we interpret this one? So that means we can produce, okay, a radio, or we can avail a 6-minute radio advertisement and a 2-minute uh, TV advertisement. So kung mapapansin mo dito niyan, so we have B1 negative of 5. So that means it's below, okay, parang 5 units below the maximum of 45. And then ito naman, so 4 units below that of 100. So giving us an objective, a deviation, okay, so which is equal to 5. So by a combination of the D1 negative and the D2 positive. Uh, anyway, so what we are after here, so would be how many, okay? So how many advertisements are we, or how many minutes of advertisement are we going to send for radio, and how many for that of the TV? So 6 minutes so for radio and 2 minutes for the TV. Then we were able to minimize the cost. Okay, so we were able to minimize the cost and yet follow. Okay, so our goals with regards to exposure as well. Okay, so that is goal programming. So let's have our last one. So we have the Harrison Electric Company, so located in Chicago's Old Town area. And then it produces two products popular with home renovators. So old-fashioned chandeliers and ceiling fans. So I guess ito yung kanina, no? Sige. Both the chandeliers, okay? So kamukha niya lang yung kanina. The production capability sets that only 12 hours of wiring time and 30 hours of assembly time are available. Uh, Determine the number of chandeliers and fans yield to yield a maximum profit. So given, ito no, yung kanina, it's the same as integer programming. So integer programming, pero this time, so there are several goals that must be considered. Okay? Pero yung mga goals na to are of equal priority. So these are of equal priority. So goal number one, so we need to produce a profit of $30 if possible during the production period. So second goal is to fully utilize the available wiring department hours. Second is to avoid overtime in the assembly department. And the fourth one is to meet a contract requirement to produce at least 7 ceiling fans. So resolve the goal programming problem. Uh, Nakuha ko yan yung kanina. I think so, no? Hmm, wala siya. Anyways, so magsiset lang tayo ng ano yung D1 negative natin. So D1 positive. So based on our goal, so to produce a profit of $30 if possible during the production cost. So if we are underachievement of our of profit, so that is D1 negative. Okay. So if we are overachievement of profit, so D1 positive. So yung D2 negative naman natin. So for the second goal, so to fully utilize available wiring department hours. So if there would be some idle time in the wiring department, so gusto niya pa-maximize yung available hours, no? So which is nandun sa kanina, no? Yung previous example natin. If there will be some overtime in wiring department, so that is D2 plus. And then D3 minus naman, if there will be, so to avoid overtime in the assembly department. So, then and then. So idle time in assembly. So D3 plus naman if it is overtime in assembly department. And then we have the last one. So to meet a contract requirement, so to produce at least 7 ceiling fans. So we have D4 negative and then D4 positive. So if we have underachievement of number of ceiling fan goal and overachievement naman of ceiling fan goal. So ngayon, this so happen here na everything's are set to be goals. Okay, so everything are set to be goals. So therefore, so how are we going to resolve that one? So una, so for our profit constraints, profit goal, I mean. So for our profit goal, uh, to produce if possible during, siguro gusto natin dito, it will be more than, okay, greater than or equal to, no? So $30 daw. So 7x1 and 6x2. So by the way, x1 would be number of chandeliers. And x2 would be number of ceiling fans. So 7x1 plus 6x2. And then, of course, yung plus D1 minus D2 plus. Then that would be equal to 30. Then yung pangalawa, so we have the wiring hours constraint. So wiring hours. So sila ko na lahat. Wiring hours yung sa assembly hours. And then the last one is the ceiling fan. So ngayon, for the wiring hours, so kung babalikan natin yung problem kanina, so it takes 2 hours to wire chandelier, 3 hours to wire ceiling fan. So 2x1, 3x2, no? So 2x1 plus 3x2. And then, so plus D2 negative minus, sorry, this should be D1. So D2 positive. And then that would be equal to the time is, the production capability says it only 12 hours for wiring time and 30 for assembly. So 12 is equal to 12. Tapos for the assembly naman, so 6 and 5 tapos 30. 6, 5, so 6x1, 5x2, so plus D3 negative minus D3 positive is equals to 30. And last one is yung ceiling, so which is x2, and then so plus D4 minus D4 plus. It should be at least, okay, so 7 ceiling fans. So that would make it 7. And of course, so yun na lang, no? All variables should be greater than equal to 0. Ayun. So how do we resolve this one? That's a problem. So although the profit should be maximized, pero again, so what we want here, okay, so for us to achieve the following goals, we always need to minimize the deviation. Okay, so we minimize the deviation so for every given goal. So in this case, so our objective is to minimize. So what are we going to minimize? So for the first goal, so sabi niya to produce a profit of $30 if possible during the production period. So ibig sabihin nito, to produce a profit of $30. So meaning that should be greater than or equal to. Okay? So it could be greater than or equal to. So since we could produce a profit more than, okay, so $30. So kung more than yan, so what we want, so okay lang yung sobra. So okay tayo dun sa D1 positive. So what we need to minimize would be the D1 negative deviation. And then for the second one naman, so for the wiring hours, so for wiring hours, so the available is 12 hours. And then our goal is to fully utilize all of that 12. Okay, so to fully utilize all of that 12, so again, so okay lang tayong sumobra, but then, so hindi tayo pwedeng, uh, sorry, so we need to minimize yung D1 negative. Okay, so kasi we need to fully utilize the wiring hours. So kung 12 hours yan, so kailangan magamit natin yung buong 12 hours. Okay? So therefore, we should minimize yung D2 negative. Pero dun sa assembly hours, hindi pwede mag-overtime. Okay? So since hindi pwedeng mag-overtime, so hindi tayo pwedeng maging greater than or equal to. So kaya ang i-add natin dito, so would be the D3 plus. So since overtime is not allowed. And for the ceiling fan naman, so we should produce at at least ba siya? What's the goal? At least. So at least 7 ceiling fans. So therefore, it is greater than or equal to. So therefore, we are, or at least, sorry. Yeah, greater than or equal to. So hindi tayo ano ba? So ang i-add natin is the D4 negative. So that will become our objective. So our objective will be ito lang. So minimize yung sa the profit kasi, so it is greater than, it could be greater than or equal to 30. So therefore, so we minimize, basta greater than or equal to, so ang ina-add natin is yung D negative. If it is less than or equal to, ang ina-add natin is D positive. So if it is equal to, so we are adding both the negative and the positive. So that's the rule there. So if it is greater than, so D1 negative. So wiring hours, so it should be greater than or equal to 12 as well. So therefore, it's negative. Ito, assembly hours, so it should be less than or equal to 30. So that makes it D3 positive. And then for the ceiling fan, it should be greater than, it is at least 7. It should be greater than or equal to 7. So therefore, D4 negative is what we are adding. And that is the goals. Okay. So last, we're going to solve this one. I'll download it. So last share. Okay. So let's solve the last problem. So using Excel QM, so we use integer programming again. So how many constraints do we have? So 2, 4. We have 4 constraints, variables. So we have 8, 9, and 10. So there are 10 variables. And then we minimize the deviation. In Go programming, so we minimize deviation. So I'll change the variable. So this is D1 negative, D1 positive, D2 negative, D2 positive, D3 negative, D3 positive, D3, D4 negative, D4 positive. So for our constraints, so let me insert. So we have the profit goal. We have the wiring time goal. We have the assembly. And the last one is the ceiling fan. So for our objective, so we minimize D1 negative, D2 negative, D3 positive, D4 negative. So for our profit, so we have 7, a 6, a 1, a negative 1, and then it should be equal to, I think all of those are equal. So this would be 30. For wiring, so we have 2, 3, so 1, positive is negative 1, should be equal to 12. Then for the assembly, so we have 6, 5, so 6, 5, a 1 and a negative 1, and then 30. And finally, so for x2, which is 1, d4 negative, d4 positive, it should be equal to 7. In short, so how many uh, fans and ceiling fans and chandelier are we going to produce? Okay, so we need to produce no chandelier and 6 ceiling fans. Okay. So for us to minimize, okay, or for us to achieve, okay, so the 4 different goals that we have. So the 4 different goals. And that is all about goal programming.